Okay, it's Brian with called to Costa Rica. We're gonna walk down to the river today. Got a new friend. How you doing, big girl? Hmm? Hmm? What are you doing? Yeah. There's 3 cows down here. She's a milker, a couple bulls. And yeah, there's the river. Here she is. I like the fences down here. They're resourceful. They don't need treated 4x4s or anything fancy. They just take some logs, what they have, and yeah, that corner post there. She's happy with it. Keeps her in, right? That big girl? Huh? Hmm? A lot of cows here. Yeah, like her. It's pretty friendly. There's a little shack up there. Sometimes when I come down, I see the owner of the property's wife sitting on a log, milking her. And you know, they use the resources here. It's very low income and a lot of fruit trees. They got cows. Yeah, I don't know where the 2 bulls are. Hope they didn't go to slaughter. But a couple more are usually out here with her. So, but yeah, there's a little run the cow. And here's the entrance to the river. There's her property there, sorry. Little shack up there where they do the milking. Yep. She's rocking or something. I don't see her friends out there, but they might be down that way. But river's pretty low. We got rid of a lot of these leaves, so I was scared I was gonna get hit by a snake down here. But a cool little, oh, they got a wabbit up there. He's upside down with a top hat on. This property's pretty cool. They have down here. Yeah, right on the river. The trail goes down that way. There's a lot of banana trees. It's all like a farm. There's the tree with the Jaguar living in it. There's the river. I think this would be a perfect tree for snakes. But the river is awful low. I've never seen it this low. I wasn't gonna walk down there, but I think I am today because it's so low. So okay, got the mic and the selfie stick out in the water. Even though it's low, it's probably harder to hear. But I got these things, might as well use them. Selfie stick's kind of cool. Got a gimbal on it. Anyway, river's low. Never been this low or this clear, so it's a good thing. And that's why our water's off today. But yeah, that's downriver. This is all usually underwater, so I just walk across here. I usually can't do that. So, but oh shit! Just dropped the light or the selfie stick. Excuse me. Okay. Forgive me for that. I'm gonna keep on filming. Yeah, the selfie stick is a little light. Not to take it off, I didn't. But look how clear that water is. Nice. So, on the other side there, there's the water comes around that little island. And I think I'm going to walk down and cross over. As long as I can see the bottom, like this, I'm pretty comfortable walking through that. So, yeah, I'm gonna move on down and see if I can get across that little island. There's a pole back there. Let's see what it is. Investigating. Okay, there's my cow friend there again. I know the males are bull. What are you? There's a cow. Okay, you'll see your friends. I'm heading down this way. So, little path and road here. The rafting tours come down here. They drop people. And it is class 4 rafting river. It's being kind of slow right now. I don't know how that works. We're kind of low. It's not really moving super fast. The raft probably gets stuck in spots, so they might not be running. But yeah, it's okay. It's not raining every day like it does during raining season. So. Okay, I'm down at the other little spot. I don't know about walking across this. It's low, but that would be safe. You got to get across to right where the vegetation stops. So I'm gonna walk down that way a little and see if I could make it. Because right here, a little sketchy still. Moving kind of fast, so. I have a bad habit of doing dumb things. And I'm going to be 60 in a few days. I'd like to, in my head I feel like I'm 16 still and I could cross this river no problem, but yeah, my wife, her little voice comes in my head. Thank you, honey. Tells me I shouldn't be doing these dumb things. Because, yeah, I don't want to drown. Crocodiles out here. They found a crocodile in town last night. On the main road going into Capos. He was sitting on a bridge, pretty cool. Looked like about 8 feet long. He was just laying there on the road. They had to like drag him off with sticks. So, yeah, I wish I could have saw him. But we're going to get the kayaks out this Friday, so I get some good video. We're going to go into the canals and better chance of seeing crocs and stuff in there, a little wildlife. The ocean's cool, but yeah, sometimes it's kind of like work. The waves, the current, and yeah, so I'm going to switch it up. One of my buddies, we're going to go out to there's someone down there. It's kind of a fishing spot. Little ways upriver there. So, yeah. Down that way. So, come down and park right there. See some people walking up that road right now. But they charge you a couple dollars, and there's your access to someone's property. But it's a safe place to park. It's a good bend in the river or the deep hole. So yeah, Friday we're gonna get out, get the kayaks out, post a video. Haven't posted. I'm trying to get posted regularly. I think I mentioned I got ADHD, pretty bad I think, but I'm trying to get income coming in here. You know, they say to YouTube it could be a source. I got to keep posting, but yeah, I've got YouTube going. I've been sick. I got mission teams coming in. I've helped to be driving our church van to the airport, running them around, and I get wrapped up in life. And I got a bunch of really good pictures. I got a drone, so I'm started an Etsy channel, and I just been focusing on that. And I got it up and live, and you know, I'll share a link to it on here if anyone wants to go to it, check it out. But yeah, I got a lot of canvas pictures. I'm going to do like a print on demand. I found a good company, but I got all my original photos from St. John, from the Virgin Islands, from here, some underwater stuff. I got some really cool like octopus, turtle pictures. Yeah, cool starfish from the other day, red, white, and blue America fish. But yeah, I'm trying to, and then I got another support group I started too. So I had to post a video for that today. So I've got all these things going, and then I'm trying to do my ministry. And yeah, get people to support that. I'm going to feed the kids next Sunday. So I got a lot a lot going on. You know, it's hard not being able to work here. They'll deport you. I'm sorry, people complain about ICE. I'm in another country. I can't work here. They will deport me. There's regulations, you know, and rules. So, yeah, I got to obey them. And I've been posting to like waterfall tours. I know some cool waterfall tours on Facebook pages. And, yeah, sending stuff out to real estate companies and boat tours, you know, for my drone photos. I'm trying to just think of creative ways that I could, yeah, get some hustles going on. It'll bring some income in so we can continue doing what we're doing, because right now it's tough. And, yeah, it's expensive to live here, and we're racking up debt instead of, yeah, and it's hard to help do my ministry work. We're spending our money, and I've had some people, we just were able to pay another month's rent last week. So for February, we covered the rent, and it's cool. But yeah, we're going to see the kids. But I got to get my own hustles going, and I get distracted, so I haven't been posting my YouTube. So I got to get back. My Etsy channel's live. I get obsessed on something, and I'm focusing everything on it. But okay, let's see if we can get across this river and see what's on the other side. I'm going that way. Okay, there are also paths here. I said there's a Jaguar living down there, or a puma. Sorry, I just had to pick the stick out. But yeah, there obviously is animals working this shoreline. Right here where I'm walking, let me show you. Through that vegetation, you can see there's a trail here. The grass is all dead. Right along here, there's something that it goes that way along the shoreline too. So yeah, I'm walking along the river, and animals hunt along the river. But yeah, let's see if I can get, you can see right there the path. I love jumping on boulders here as I'm trying to film. But yeah, you can see the path going along there. Definitely something working this bank and hunting along it. So yeah, we'll see. That would be kind of cool. I mean, leaves are moving back in there. You know, if I got attacked, I hope it would be on YouTube, but it'd be on my camera as I'm filming. That would be awesome. I don't know, kind of twisted like that, but what a cool way to end this life, this chapter is Jaguar, you know, throwdown. I got a knife, but I don't know what I can do, but man, if I got it on film, that would be cool. Probably go viral for my wife, she'd be rich. And they could write on my tombstone, here lies Brian. He was killed by a Jaguar in Costa Rica and got it on film. That would be awesome. So anyway, I'm going to keep moving down here and see if I can make it across. Okay, yeah, I talk about that Jaguar Puma stuff. It's creepy, kind of creepy here though. I literally feel like I'm being watched. Probably am. So, yeah, might not keep the camera on. Who knows? Looks like I found stuff and I missed it. It wasn't recording, it was in my... So, excuse me, I'm trying to watch where I walk. And, yeah. See a big pass behind me. That's crazy. They said they live in the trees. They hunt along riverbanks. Where I'm at. But, they're pretty rare. So well, it's like a bunch of people get attacked by them. Like, you should have known better. They're rare. So let's say God knows our exact moment and time we're gonna go. Oh, shit, what's this? Yeah, it's oh yeah, big cat, Costa Rica. That's how I go. So okay, I'll show you the bank. It's just kind of creepy. There it is again. You can see the trail through there. The grass is all dead. Everything else is green. But there's a path. It's a something is working the shoreline. There's huge trees right here. Would be perfect. There's a few of them in a row, and they have giant matted limbs coming out. So say they live and sleep in the trees. These would be perfect trees for them to be in. Huh. Puma. Could be a puma. Could be a jaguar. Could be a black jaguar. So, alright, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna keep moving along the shoreline here. So again, forgive me, I'm walking on big boulders and rocks and flip-flops, so I usually wear my river shoes, a little more stable. Yeah, it's weird. I go a lot of places around here, and I don't feel like I'm being watched often, but there's a couple spots, and I do. And you know, we have that sixth sense, a little premonition. And I'm not gonna be able to get across this. Here, it's clear. Might be able to do it, but I don't know. My wife's in my head. Saying no, I'd be a dummy. I'm gonna go back down this way. See if maybe I can make it across. So here we go. I'm gonna have to shut it off. Hope I don't get attacked, but I can't be walking and filming and yeah, looking over my shoulder. So I'm gonna head back upriver a little and see if I get across down there. That's a little too sketchy. Maybe that flip-flop I might try it, but they're not the best. So, yeah, see how upriver looks. So. Okay, well, I've decided against trying to get across this river today. There's vultures flying overhead, and it's kind of like a sign. I saw some eating some kind of body when I was walking down, and yeah, my head goes to like bad places, so picture those vultures are just waiting for me. They know I'm going to try to cross this river, and maybe I'll get swept, get my head on a rock, and then they'll have food for a couple days. Put on a little weight, probably for a week they could eat off me, but anyway, yeah, I think that's God giving me a message. So be vulture food in Costa Rica. But yeah, so I'm not going to try that. We're coming up on a year here. So it came February 27th, and yeah, we're going to give it a year. And harder than we thought here. It's just harder to yeah, I thought there'd be ways to, on the island when we were there, I was able to pick up work, to pick up, to make money, and it's just a little different here. Not quite as, yeah, so not quite as many opportunities like that. So like I said, I'm trying to get some side hustles going. We'll see what happens, but we're, yeah, leaving it open. We'll see what this year brings. I feel positive, I feel good. But, you know, if this summer or through the fall, we might have to think of what we're going to do. I don't think God brought us here to just not be able to pay our bills. But yeah, just it's a lot more expensive here than we thought. But got some things going, and yeah, I got some tools. I got a bunch of pictures. So we're going to see this whole Etsy thing I'm trying. They do metal prints. They're pretty cool. I got a drone. It takes really good pictures. So yeah, I'm in a place that I can do that. So, yeah, I keep posting on here. I need to keep my videos going. And, yeah, just a life's like in Costa Rica. It's amazing. But it's not easy. So, we'll see. You know, if nothing else, you know, I get the mindset of you failed, you went down, and I can't have that today. God has us, you know, He had us on the islands for 2.5 years. You know, maybe we're only going to be here for a year or two. You know, I never planned I'd be here the rest of my life, but we'll see. Maybe if things pop, you know, God's got it figured out. You know, we'll be here for another year, another 5 years. Maybe we'll be back in the States this year. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But if it was, I'm not going back to Chicago. We like Florida, so yeah, we're a pretty cool area there. Tarpon Springs. We like that. Dunedin. So, yeah, we'll see. But I'm going to keep on keeping on with what we're doing here. And, you know, like I said, we're, you know, doing some cool things. I woke up yesterday morning, we had a mission team. And we help out a lot in the church. I had to drive the church truck, and our pastor's mother, she drove a van. We picked him up last Tuesday. We brought him back yesterday, but I had to be over there at 2 in the morning and get him to the airport, you know, for an early flight. And the church van broke down about an hour from the airport. We had to call taxi cabs, and yeah, taxi cabs here aren't like in the States where they pull up in their yellow checker cabs, all official. These are some little ghetto cars, you know. They're like, the tail lights weren't working. This dude comes flying in like 60 miles an hour in shorts, no shirt, no shoes. He's jumping out. And yeah, I looked at him. I said, the mission team, I said, welcome to Costa Rica. You know, this should be a fun drive for you. But they made it there on time. They got out. I'm tired. I'm sick, struggling with cold and sickness. And been up till 1, 2 in the morning doing Etsy, making photographs and for canvas prints and metal prints, and yeah, trying to get some hustles going. But yeah, what a cool place to so far spend a year. You know, I gotta look at the cool things. You know, I can't push and force things. If we're meant to stay, we'll stay. And I got a pretty cool wife who, you know, is with me on this. But I also have to be realistic on. Yeah, is this, you know, do I want to push this beyond where, and, yeah, crank up all kinds of debt and just, where you look and go, man, we pushed that a little too far. And, so we'll see. We're praying on it. I've been fasting, that kind of stuff, and, we'll see what kind of doors God opens. But I think He wants me doing my footwork, you know. Like I said, I got a few things in the water, and I need to keep moving on them. Sometimes I'm a big talker, big planner, and I get easily distracted, and I do a right turn off onto something else, and I forget about, you know, something. But I've got a few things I need to keep focused on them, and yeah, and at least then, if we don't end up staying here, I could say, man, at least I didn't, you know, I gave it effort. I tried, and yeah, spent some time in, you know, the Virgin Islands. My dad, he passed recently, and he said, you know, son, you moved to a place that you love, and you lived there for 2.5 years. Not too many people do that, you know. And now I'm in Costa Rica for going on a year, and you know, what an awesome, you know, life's short. Life's short. My pastor's wife is struggling in her 30s. Got stage 4 cancer, and it doesn't look good for her. You know, they just went back to Colorado. She's having some stomach pains, and they, you know, talk about hit with a brick. You know, they just went back a month or 2 ago, and we don't know what's going to happen. You know, praying for a miracle, but you know, that's reality of life. You know, and I don't want to look back and say, hey, maybe you should have did that. You know, I'm gonna. You know, my kids, it's not the best relationship with all of them right now. They might go, man, my dad took some chances and he lived life. So, pretty cool. So I'm going to wrap up this video. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep posting. I got to get, I'm going to try to post, you know, at least 4 or 5 a week. And, yeah, keep this thing going. And keep moving forward. And sharing this. Sorry, I'm easily distracted. I'm a bird over there. Sharing what it's like here in Costa Rica. So, okay, we'll sign out, and that's all for today. follow our ministry. Check out our ministry. Donate if you can. We're going to feed these kids next week, and you know, I thought I'd come here and people would be donating, and they're a lot tighter than with their money than I thought. So we could use help. You know, I'll share the Etsy page too. You like some pictures? You know, that would help us too. We're spending our own money on a lot of this ministry stuff. We can't do that. I can't go in debt trying to save the world. But so yeah, I'll put links on there. Check us out. Check out our ministry. What we're doing here. We're learning to live here, and yeah, pretty cool. So okay, now I'm out.